Welcome to another episode of Demystifying Gay Porn. My name is Ike Grande, and if you watch gay porn, I've definitely helped to get off. And so has a gentleman that is my guest this week for Demystifying Gay Porn, the owner, the producer, and the star of Beefcake Hunter. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. Thank you for inviting me.
No problem. Thank you for having me here. Thank you for letting me into your studio.
My pleasure.
And just showing me where all the magic happens.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My pleasure.
So, am I calling you Beefcake Hunter? How would you want to be addressed?
Whatever you want, but you can call me Vic if you want.
Okay, so Vic, tell me a little bit about, you have a very, very popular website, right? Beefcakehunter.com. Tell me a little bit about how everything started.
Well, everything started back in 2013. I was working in a bank. I worked in a bank for 10 years. And while I was working in the bank, I always want to have my own business because I was working in the business area. You know, my customers were business owners. So I saw different people with different ideas, with different, backgrounds, following their dreams. And I was working in the bank, helping them with their dreams. And I was talking to myself, like, okay, so I should do something for myself, like, be independent. And I won't lie, I think that most people may have at least once in their lifetime the fantasy of being a porn star. And I had that fantasy before I was younger. So actually, I commented to a friend of mine that he was better off. And I told him, hey, why we open, a studio? We do, this thing, I do the thing and you put the finances. And he was okay, but he never actually, give me, the help that I need. And then I just forget about it. And then after 10 years of working in the bank, I have a situation that we're very, very frustrated. I want to go on with my life. I want to do many things. And things change, and then I feel like I was going nowhere there. And I just want to take a year off from the bank. I want to, try new things. And then, I risked everything. I just took that year off from the bank. And I won't lie. I won't say that I quit the job. I have this program that they can let you go, and then you can go back after 1 year to the bank if you want to. But of course, they won't pay you during that year.
Yeah.
So I took that year off. I had my insurance good for 6 months. And I used all my savings for 401k and my pension plan, all my savings to start this. Because the thing is, actually, I had the money to buy a house, right? And working at the bank, I thought it was going to be easy to buy a house. But they actually denied my loan to buy the house.
The same bank
The same bank I was working. Okay. Exactly. So I was like, I'm working for you guys for many years, and I want to buy a house, and you put me all these troubles. I mean, these obstacles. And that was like the breaking point. Something was like, no. I mean, I should put in my efforts and my energy in something else. Something that's actually gonna work for me in the long term. So I used that time off and the savings that I have, and then I told my boyfriend. That was the key, because everything I do with him. I consult with him. He gave me feedback and everything. So because we had tried a different business before and all they failed. I told him this time, hey, I want to do this, and I never expected that he gonna say, oh yes, let's do that. Let's go ahead, let's do that. So that gave me like a wow. I didn't expect it for him to actually support me on this, because it's kind of like we're a couple,
Yeah.
So that was like okay, so this is the right thing, because it's the timing. I had the money. He's supporting me, and I thought, what's the worst thing can happen? I lose my savings, but well, I can still going back to the bank. I'm good at it too.
Yeah.
I was good at the bank too. So that's how it started, and then I had these ideas, and then I found a developer, and then, I started thinking about the name.
That's interesting to me. How did the name come up?
Thank you for asking, because I want to clarify that.
Okay.
I know that Beefcake means muscle guys, but I know that now, not back then. I didn't know that, that Beefcake means a guy that's like, beefy and strong. I didn't know that for real, for sure. So When I contact my lawyer, because you need to, to start this business, you need to, to get the lawyer's help, to know all the laws, regarding this industry. It's very like a minefield.
Yeah.
Right? I give him different names. You had no idea. I mean, there's beautiful names, but for some reason, my boyfriend told me, Beefcake. And I was Beefcake Hunter. And I gave that name to my lawyer. He was like, oh, I love it. All my staff love that name. And I was like, okay, let's go with that name, Beefcake Hunter. So, and then, you do the trademark and all this stuff, blah, 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 blah. And was already until here with the old process, when I find out that Beefcake means like a beefcake. For me, it was like, oh my God. I'm pretty sure I won't find, all beefcakes. I'm going to find like a regular guys, I'm going to find some beefcakes, but some guys like regular guys, But it was too late to change the name. So I stick with it. And I think people like it.
I think it's great.
Yeah, I think it's great too. And I think that actually it's giving a new meaning to the word beefcake.
Yeah. I think that beefcake can be anything. And if you think about it, I mean, I get the idea of it being beef, like beefy men, but beefcake is somebody that you find attractive. Like,
exactly.
wow, look,
it's like a food. It's like when you see something, oh wow,
I want to eat it.
I want to eat it. So that's for me. That was for me a beefcake. It's not like a, it could be like a, like an appetizer, but it's not beefcake.
Starting the website. So you had help with web design, right? I want to clarify this because we mentioned it a little bit before. You came from a background that's not porn, anything porn.
Exactly.
Right? And you just said, hey, I'm going to start my own website. How easy was it for you to find somebody that does web design? Like to make the website?
It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy because, like I told you, I've tried different business before. And then I used an application that is called, I don't remember the name, but the application, you find everything. You find like, therapists, you can find like gym instructors, you can find writers. And I look for a developer, right? So I use that for everything. So I try to look for a developer. And most of them, when they find out it was about, building a porn site, a game porn site, most of them give me the back. They say, no, I don't want to do that. I won't be able to do that. So until I finally find somebody that was open-minded enough, a straight guy, very smart guy. He's very talented, I think. And then he offered me, to do the website for me. So I had no idea, exactly how it's going to be. And many things that the website has now is because of him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
actually, the comments part, that was his
idea?
It's his idea.
Okay.
I mean, and I was like, why comment? Okay, well, let's see how it goes.
Yeah. Because you never know.
I think that I like let people to be creative and give me the ideas. I'm open to that all the time. It's not that I'm not creative, but I think that everybody has their own creativity, and you can feed from all that. So he gave me his creativity, and there's many things and aspects of the business that was his idea that at first I thought, no, I don't want that. But he was like a very, this is the way it is, and I went for it, and actually ended up working very well for me.
I'm curious, right? So after the website's developed, you launched in 2015, right?
I launched the website in 2014.
So in 2014, you
7
launched.
years.
How did you go about finding models? Like, was that hard? Was that finding the beefcakes, hunting these beefcakes, right? Your first hunt, what was that like?
Well, I'm going to get a little personal here. I have an open relationship, right? So I used to find, guys, to have some encounters, right? But always I try to find like a straight guys or curious guys, and then it came so easy to me somehow that I thought like it's going to be easy. And even some of them, I contact them, hey, listen, I open a website. I don't know if you want to just, make some money and, and they were, okay, let's do it. So that's how I start, right? So that was like the base to start.
So when you launched the website, who was your first person on the website?
Well, actually the first person that I shoot is not on the website.
Oh, okay.
Because I was new, and I didn't know much about cameras and everything. And you know what happened? I shoot the video, and I know I missed the video. You guys miss it. He was a very good-looking black guy, very young, like 21 years old. And we did the video. That was my first video, and I didn't turn on the mic.
Oh.
Actually, no. Hold on. I turned on the mic, but I lost the cam shot. Somehow I lost the cam shot. I don't know what happened. I don't remember right now. I think the battery was down or the ball. Something happened. I don't remember right now. That was like 7 years ago. So I couldn't actually publish the video.
You mentioned the microphones, and I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been looking down, I've been looking up, because two cameras, the microphone, you want to make sure that everything is going well.
Exactly.
You are in front of the camera, but you're also behind the camera, right? So you are, before fan sites were anything, you are pre-production, right? Because you do casting, you find the models. Production, because you're setting up everything, and then you're getting in front and actually doing the work. And then post-production, because you're editing everything.
Yeah.
What is your favorite aspect of all of that? What do you enjoy the most in making one scene?
Wow.
And that I mean like from casting to actually launching it on the website.
Okay, 3 things I like the most.
Okay.
First, what I like the most is the interaction with the models, and the before and the after, because I try to develop like a friendship. So that's something I enjoy a lot. All right. That's one thing. The other thing I enjoy also a lot is the edition, because the edition actually, when I do the edition, it's like I'm seeing what people are gonna see, and sometimes I already can tell this video is gonna be loved. And sometimes I do videos, I say, people won't like this video much, but well, I still had to do it. And the other part that I like the most is when I post a video and I see the reaction of the people. Maybe that's the part I enjoy the most.
Yeah.
The part I enjoy the most, because seeing the guys' reactions and the comments and things that people notice in the video about me or the model or the scene that sometimes not even myself notice, even in the edition. So they make me realize that I did a good job or I did a so job, but that's something that I enjoy a lot.
When you were putting the website together, did you ever think there was going to be anyone else, or did you know that you were going to be the Beefcake Hunter? You knew that this was your website.
Yeah, I thought from the beginning it's going to be me. I mean, I never thought, I'm going to be somebody else. Like, if I'm going to do it myself. You know? First of all, I don't have to pay anybody else to do what I do, right? And second, I don't know. I think that many of my viewers feel like identify with me, like a regular guy, everyday guy, nothing out of the world. And I think that's part of the people like about it, and they feel, because you know what, sometimes what I tell the models, don't be with me in this way, because the viewers feel like they are me, and you do that, I don't care, but they care, because they see themselves like they are me at the moment everything's happening. So basically that's how it works for me. And you know what, and if I find somebody else like a very young, fit looking, you can find that in any other website, right? And then many, of course, I'm pretty sure I have hunters that are very fit and young and beautiful. All of them are beautiful, but I don't know. But I believe that mostly they feel more identified with myself, like a regular guy, the supermodel, a porn star.
So let's talk a little bit about the beefcakes.
Okay. Okay.
Because you have a lot of them.
I don't know. I haven't counted.
What has been, when finding them, what do you look for most? What's the first thing you look for when you're saying, I want this person on the website?
That I like them.
Yeah?
I had to like them.
So that's the initial thing. What about sexuality?
Well,
if you want to go there.
I mean, You mean like
Like they're straight.
Exactly.
Okay.
I mean, hello, that's the point.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm looking for. You
Yeah.
know, they had to be straight, you know, and I had to, you know, I go deep, you know, and ask them, you know, you have a girlfriend, you know, let me see, you know, and all that. And they had to be very masculine, and I don't know, sometimes it's something I like about them, and I just go for it, you know.
When they get here, like the process, right? When they get here, I'm not sure, do you fly models in?
Sometimes, yes.
Okay, so you fly models in, or they're in the area, however you find them. When they get to the studio, what's the first thing that happens?
Oh, the first thing happens, you know, is
Besides the paperwork, we got, you know, the paperwork, the greeting, how are you?
Ah, okay.
But
all
like
right.
when the cameras are on and you put everything up, and they might be nervous, how do you make them like, hey?
Well, I never think about them being nervous. I just trying to be nice with them and treat them the way I would like to be treated. And you know, and ask them questions like you know, like a regular question. So, hi, how you doing today? You know. So I think that little by little, I don't have any plan to let me ask them so make them feel comfortable. It's just I go the way
It's
I
you.
am.
It's you. Okay.
They feel comfortable somehow, you know. So I guess that something that I had developed maybe, or maybe it's natural on me. I don't know, but
Well, if they've already stepped into your studio, they're curious.
yeah,
Okay.
probably,
So
yeah,
they
probably.
know what's gonna happen.
exactly.
So when how do you talk to models and say, well, I want to blow you, or I want you to fuck me? How does that like?
Well,
because there's some
I offer them the blowjob
Okay.
only, and then I offer them, you know, you wanna make more money. I mean, it could be another scene the way I blow you and then you fuck me, safe, you know, and then and that's the way. I mean, that's the way I go. I never go. I think I make a couple of videos at the beginning. It was a straight fuck. It wasn't a blowjob scene and then a fuck scene. And that was because at the time, you know, my budget was very little. And, you know, they pay me for the blowjob was this, and they pay me for the fuck scene was this.
Yeah.
And they were fucking, let's go fuck. You know, I need the money. Let's forget about the blow, let's do the whole thing. So that's why. But nowadays, you know, I do a little bit more better. I mean, so I offer them, you know, let's do 2 videos so you make more money. So let's do a blowjob and let's do a fucking scene.
So I assume when you fly them in, you already have spoken to them about 2 scenes, let's say, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
At least, I told them at least 1 scene.
Okay.
But I'm looking always for 2 scenes at least. I mean, what I'm looking for, but I tell them, okay, if you can do only a blowjob scene, that's fine.
do you get a lot of nervous models?
Yes.
Yeah, when the minute the camera turns on.
Yes,
they're
but
like,
sometimes I don't notice until they, you know, stand up and I go and I see the couch is sweat.
Yeah.
Sweat. Like they have been sweating all the time.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
Wow.
Oh my God, poor things.
I've seen you with everybody, black models, white models, Latin models. So it's very multicultural. Like
Yeah,
you
that's what I
say,
like
you
it.
don't say no when it comes to beautiful men, whatever
Exactly,
race, right?
exactly.
Okay.
Beauty is every race and every kind of person, every nationality.
Okay.
I don't believe that beauty belongs only to certain group of people.
So you see it. That's. I feel like that's very important on your website too. Like you absolutely show that that's what's going on. Before we get into specific models,
Okay.
I want to ask you about body parts. Because you do a whole like massage the legs,
Yeah.
take off the socks, right? Is there any body part in particular, other than the dick,
Yeah.
that you're like, I want to go for this. I want to try this. Is it just different with every model, or do you have certain things that you like?
Well, personally, I love hairy guys.
Okay.
And I love thick, hairy legs. I love that. That's my wow. But I had to learn, and I had learned to find, you know, if somebody is not hairy, or maybe their legs are not that hairy. I always find something in their body that, you know, I enjoy the most, and I try to, you know, to focus on that mentally. So that helped me out.
So Alex, you had a question.
One question.
Yeah,
only.
he had just
Second
one.
we charge you.
But when I did mention that we were going to do this interview, Alex said, "Oh, I know him," and I was like, "What? Cool. Okay, well,
You're a hunter.
yeah."
I'm a hunter.
So I was like, "Do you want to come with me? Do you want to come and do the interview?" He's like, "Yeah, that'd be great." So I forgot what the question was that you had, but
What I wanted to know is, like, did it start, like, the way you record has, like, a procedure to it. Did that happen on its own first, and you're like, oh, I should record this and make something out of it? Like, did it start naturally, and you're like, oh, I should record this?
No, yeah. I say I have, I set up, everything, and then I know how it's gonna be, and I tell them it's gonna start like this and blah blah like that.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes things start developing before actually, and then I notice, and then I have my camera, start filming. That happens, doesn't happen all the time. I wish I can have that every time. But being a producer, you also have to be focused in the technique, in the in the logistic part, and and that's why I had to set up. I think I had to do this and that, so in order to not forget anything. So that sometimes prevent me to do that naturally. But there has been so many guys that they are so, I don't know, they are so natural that, and then I'm surprised. Wow, this guy is so natural. Let me grab my camera, forget about the script, and I start falling them with them. Have you seen the Darius Crazy Night video?
oh my God,
I think so, no.
I have. I was going to ask you about. Because you mentioned hairy. I don't. A lot of times I don't think of Latin guys being too hairy. But Darius was the one that was. I was going to ask you. That's the question I had. Was, is there ever any like people that get a little too rowdy? And he was drunk that night.
Yeah.
Okay, he was this guy. And
I got drunk too.
Okay. This is a beautiful Latin kid, right?
Yeah.
Puerto Rican or Cuban
I
or
think
something,
Puerto
right?
Rican.
Okay, yeah. Very, very Latin. Just with the
reggaeton
slang.
and
Oh
all
yeah.
that.
And it felt natural, but I remember being like, oh my God, does he have control in this situation? Because I didn't see you. We didn't see a lot of you until afterwards, right?
Yeah.
What was that like? Can you explain that?
Well, yeah.
Give us a little,
it was a crazy night for real.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that was like the third time you had him.
No, that was the second time.
Second time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I first of all, to make the first video with him took me months. Because he was, I do it. I don't know. Let me get back to you. It took me months to actually do the first video with him, and I didn't know he was that cute in person.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, okay, whatever. So he finally called me, hey, big, because some guys they say no to me, and they call me like months later. I don't even know who is this. This guy. Oh, so you wanna do it now? Yeah, but I had to do it today or tomorrow or the latest. Okay. I had to run. So this guy, he doesn't live here in Miami, so I had to drive, how many hours. And we did the first blowjob scene, and he was, in person, he was like, oh my God, this guy is gorgeous. Like, wow. And then to convince him to the second scene, for the fucking scene, it took me months. So finally he called me, hey, big, I'm ready for the second one, and let's do that. And then I went to see him, and we agreed on 1 hour, and he didn't show up at that time. But, he showed up, he was a little drunk. He was drinking, all that. So yeah, it got a little crazy that night. But I thought it was like a unique and very interesting. It was like original. But I wanna capture all that, but at the same time, I want to capture, the blowjob, the fuck, and the comedy scene. But somehow I lost control of the situation, and he took control over the video, and but I ended up being very well. He got rough with me, and at some point I had to stop and listen. You had to really, calm down because we had to finish this, And we make a pause. We went to eat.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to eat, man. You need to eat. Okay, let's go eat. And then I drink. Then I drink, and then and then I got more relaxed.
Okay.
And then, I just went along. I just went along with him because, that's a real life situation. I mean, how, it couldn't get more real than that.
That one stuck out of a lot of them. Yeah. You
You
fall
haven't
in
seen
love
that
with
one?
him.
You have to see it.
Oh no, he'd fall in love with him. It's
with Darius?
we have our types, as you can tell.
Okay.
You know,
I want to
like-
know which one of your types. Okay.
Well, okay, all right. We can do. Oh man, Josue, as we mentioned, Josue.
Josue.
Papa Cream.
Papa Cream.
What happened? How on earth? Papa Cream, if you don't know, you did like 3 suck videos with him, and then a fuck video with his girlfriend, and then you had him again.
Yeah.
How did that all happen?
Well, actually, it was her idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
She had this fantasy, about gay people. She likes to watch gay people having sex. At least what she told me. I never saw her actually watching. Well, I guess she saw. And then when she was the one who convinced him to work with me. So when he showed up the first time to shoot with me, he was very nervous, and he was very uptight, very serious. And then after we finished, he was more relaxed, and he took me a picture together, like a selfie.
Okay.
And then he told me, I want to take this picture to my wife because she wants to know you. Actually, she was the one who actually told me to do this, right? Because she wants to watch the video. She wants to know which website. She wants to have the video. So yeah, I said we do. I told him, listen, it's okay, And he told me, I can bring her the next time I shoot with you. No, I told him, no, don't bring her because every time somebody step in the studio, they had to sign paperwork, and then they had to, there's a liability. And she's not working with me. She's not doing anything. Why is she going to sign something? So she's going to be here. So and then we did the focusing. And then the third time that we have a blowjob thing, he showed up with her. So I have no choice to actually, greet her and everything. She was so sweet and fantastic. She was great. And she was very happy, to meet me and everything. And that way, they convinced me to do the video, the threesome. So that's what we did,
Okay.
And I paid her too,
Okay.
I paid her less, but I paid her.
You had this guy from Ohio. I can't remember what his name is.
I have so many guys from Ohio.
He looked...
Ohio, I had to go to Ohio.
Yeah, straight as they come. A
Peter.
little beefy.
Peter or Caleb.
Caleb. Yeah, you did 2. You did a fuck scene with him, and you did a blowjob.
Oh, yeah, that's Caleb.
Yeah, beautiful guy.
Oh, he's beautiful.
Yeah. You did this one that looks a little rougher. You did a couple of videos with him, and he's from Florida.
Yeah.
Do you remember him? You did a Christmas video with him too. He was dressed like Santa Claus.
Oh, Kip.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So it varies. My tastes vary. I think
Yeah.
yours do as well. Like when it comes to the guys and stuff.
Yeah.
What we've spoken about together about your videos is your use of feet. You concentrate on feet. You take off the shoes and the socks.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm glad you say that, but many people say that I don't really pay much attention to the feet, which is I think it's true because I take the shoes off, but sometimes I leave the socks on because I found very sexy a guy with the black socks. But many hunters they complain, Victor, you should show their feet. So maybe you have seen many scenes that show the feet, but there's many scenes that haven't showed, their feet.
The only time I've noticed it is when he mentioned it. And then I was like, because then I'm watching and I'm like, oh, so he's doing this now because, like, for instance, the mirror. When you introduced the mirror, I'm like, somebody must have told him. One of your members must have said, hey, it'd be really hot to watch this guy's ass while he's fucking you. Because the minute you open up a comment section, it's either good or bad. Yeah. And I think that your hunters are very on your side.
Exactly.
they want you to be like, show everything. So there are times where you're blowing the guys and they're like this, and you can see the armpit. Is that like when it comes to user comments, right?
Yeah.
What is the biggest user comment that you get from your videos? Like what do they say I want to see more of?
I get a lot of feet. They want to see a lot of feet.
Okay.
And they want me a lot to rim ass, to lick their ass. So those are 2 things that ask me most. And I think because I don't do that often. The other thing, showing their armpits and chest and the mirror and things like that, I do it often. So maybe they don't ask me that much for that, but lately they ask me a lot for feet and ass rimming, which I'm not too much into ass rimming.
Okay. And that's not an easy thing to shoot either.
No, it's not.
Yeah, you need like a camera like right here, and just
Yeah.
it's not easy.
And I can do that in every guy.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm
Same thing with the feet.
Yeah, I was
because
gonna say.
we gay people, we take care of the feet
Yeah,
and our
yeah.
nails, but the straight guys, oh my god, you have no idea, those feet, oh my god. I don't know why the girlfriend don't say anything to them. Like, hello.
Some of them are just naturally. Some of them do have naturally nice feet, but I
Uh-huh.
get what you're saying. Some of them just don't.
They don't
They don't
care.
care.
They don't
Yeah.
take care sometimes of their.
What are some of your favorite beefcakes that you've seen? You've mentioned a couple,
Off the
but
top of my head, I couldn't remember the names because I found out about your site through feet because it showed up on, I don't know, like it wasn't this vid, it was Pornhub or something.
Mhm.
There was an excerpt or a cut of it.
Uh-huh.
It was just the foot part. I was like, oh my god, what is this? And I found out there was more to the video.
Uh-huh.
And then I found your site, and then I would watch it mainly to see the feet and also to see like because the way you give a blowjob is
Uh-huh.
very like I don't know how to explain it. You make it seem really nice. It's you put a lot of attention, whereas a lot of times it's just quick and done.
Uh-huh.
You're like, no, I want the guy to enjoy it, and it's like almost like you're convincing a straight guy that a gay guy could give a really good blowjob.
Okay.
And you can see the way you do that the guy's like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And it's like gay men's fantasy. Like I want to experience something with a straight guy and
Uh-huh.
show him how good it can be with a
Exactly.
gay man. And you do that like visually
Ah,
without
okay.
saying it. The way you act and things you do. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
oh, I would do that. That's cool.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm glad to
see that? You
Yeah.
see what you
glad
do?
to. I'm glad to
see?
hear that. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, it's like a like a viewer comment.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Thank you. And live.
Yeah.
Not written.
yeah, no. Once he said he was a fan, I was, oh, you got to come. I was like, you have to, because a lot of times you put this stuff out there, and you do get comments from people, but sometimes you never know. Like I'm sure he never comments.
If somebody's in my website because they like it,
Yeah,
so they're
yeah.
gonna comment good things. So, but some people that's I don't know.
You can't
they
please everybody.
Pay to be
A bitch.
to be a bitch. I don't know what they pay to be a bitch. So it just it's not like I cannot take bad feedback. It's that I don't wanna. I want to the people because I'm not the only one reading the comments. There's another viewers, people that watch the comments. I mean, they read the comments, and then I don't want it to go into that negativity because one negativity attracts more negativity, right? So you have to just cut it from the root, the negativity.
Yeah.
It's good for you because okay, well, maybe it's true, maybe I should do that. But you don't spread the negativity. It's you are in a position you can choose to spread the negativity or just leave it there and just keep the good things, the good energy going. That's what I do. But yes, I receive bad comments too. But everything is helpful anyways.
I have a question about. This is a question that I've been thinking about for a minute. I'm pretty sure I know a good amount of the answer, but in a world of porn without condoms, you have a website that's successful with condoms. What was the decision behind? Hey, I'm going to do this website, but we're going to do it safe.
Yeah. Well, that's now you mentioned that. That's another thing that people ask me a lot. When you want to do a bareback? I just want to be myself, and I don't like to have sex without condom. Only with my boyfriend. Okay. I don't know. When the AIDS and HIV pandemic came, I was like a teenager. And and I wasn't living here. I was living in my country, and and I read those things every day, and all that get into my psyche, and I was really afraid. I don't want to get sick. I saw people, pictures people dying. So I thought that the best way to prevent that was use condoms, and that's the way I have sex since I'm a teenager. With condoms. So for me, it doesn't make any difference.
Okay.
For me, it's like a more hygienic. And if you like somebody, you can enjoy it with or without condom. So
Very well said.
so
yeah, you're absolutely
I mean, there's size for that. My size not for that.
Okay. Very good answer. Absolutely
Thank
beautiful because, yeah, you know, I think a lot of studios buckle under the pressure of, hey, I have to make more
It's
money.
pressure.
because
It's
of it.
pressure.
Yeah,
It's
it
pressure
is.
because some people like it, but you know what? The HIV is not the only STD out
It's
there.
definitely not.
So-
A lot of people forget about chlamydia, gonorrhea.
Exactly,
syphilis.
right? I respect, and I'm pretty sure that all these studios are very professional and they test their, the models to do all that.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, convincing a straight guy to do the video is enough work.
Yeah.
So now to convince him to do and go and do the full test, if I'm not doing, very bad sex, it's gonna be more difficult.
Mm-hmm.
So that, like I told you, sometimes, hey, I'm ready now. So I had to go.
Yeah.
No time for anything else.
What, so you mentioned, I think one of the most tweeted about and just recirculated videos. And when I asked you to do this interview, you said, hey, I'll do the interview, but if someone like Thomas comes around, I'm going to go and do that. And I said, hey, do what you got to do. What is Thomas one of the most popular models on your website?
He is the most popular.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did, yeah.
I don't really, to be honest,
Mm-hmm.
when I met him, I didn't know it's going to be that popular. I mean, it was like people just like went crazy. Like, wow. Like I had to watch the video. Like, what? I mean, really?
Yeah.
But I know everybody's favorite is Thomas, and I respect that, and that. But I didn't expect that to be, to him to be so popular, to be honest. Well,
That was, crazy.
It was crazy.
How everywhere, like
Yeah.
you would see clips. Like I think you cut a trailer for it, and I'm not sure if it's in this apartment or in another apartment, but outside on a patio.
no, it wasn't a hotel.
Can you, without naming one in particular, what was one of your favorite scenes to shoot? Like off the top of your head. I know there's so many you probably have. But like what kind of man, right? You have a whole bunch of them, but which one is like, oh wow, I would love to have him in the studio again.
Again, even off camera. Yeah. Wow. It's a hard question. Right?
Because there's,
I think anybody can answer that question. Okay.
Watching some of your videos too, there are some times where I'm like, wow, I wouldn't think that I'm into this guy. Like when I've mentioned him, I don't know how many times already, but Josue, right?
Yeah.
6'4",
Yeah.
hairy guy, Latin,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like,
Nice cock.
absolutely beautiful guy.
Yeah.
He's tall,
Uh-huh.
thick, right? Like not like fat, but thick, like beefy.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a beefcake.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a beefcake. That's a real beefcake.
And you have yet to have him back for an anal scene, I've noticed.
Yeah.
You're trying.
We tried.
Yeah.
We tried, but he couldn't.
Yeah.
He couldn't. Yeah, he's somebody I would love to work again, right? But there's another guys that, when I think about them or the video or when I watch the video saying, I would like to have this guy again. One of them was Marco.
Does he have the tattoo of the crucifix?
No, that's Christian.
Okay.
No, Marco is he was a guy he's a young guy. I love guys with curly black hair. I like that. And he was curly,
You blew him here.
and I blew him there.
Okay.
And then here, and yeah.
I remember. Yeah. He was Latin.
No,
No?
he's American. He's
Okay.
he was from from Boston, I think so, something like that. That guy, he stayed with me, in my conscious for a little while, and it's another guy called Chico.
Okay.
Chico Latino from here, from Miami. That was that was the last minute thing, like that. I'm here, come here right now.
Wow.
We shoot that. And there was a beginning. It was a very a motel like somewhere in Hialeah. Very low.
Like a motel.
A motel. I didn't have light. The video is dark. You see the video is dark. So those kind of guys, hairy legs, black, curly hair, thick cocks. Those the guys that stick on my mind for a while.
When I watch, sometimes I can't help but notice. They watch porn. You have porn playing in the background for them. And then there are certain times where you have videos where you mention the fact that you kiss them. Is it beforehand? Is it something that's spoken like, I don't kiss, I don't...
Oh, no, I never speak. Sometimes I don't really tell them what they have to do. The only thing I tell them is they have to be comfortable and they have to show they're comfortable. If they are not comfortable, they have to let me know. So we switch or I stop doing some things. But it's not like I tell them, I want to do this and that, and you have to act like that, you have to say that. No. It's just like the only thing I want to know is you are comfortable.
Okay.
Right? And sometimes things just develop. And I have kissed guys. The only two times that I told the guys I want to kiss you was the last two videos with one with Christian and the other one with Jacobo, because wait a second. I think I did
a Polish guy too. I forgot what his name is.
Oh yes,
Justin.
actually yes, those three.
Yeah.
But before that, no, actually Christian's video, the kiss was natural, at the moment. So I just went for his mouth and he just let me kiss him, right? So people went crazy. So so this is the next step for these veterans, because Christian has been in my videos for like 10 times, I think so. So this was like the next step, right? And people loved it. So I told Jacobo, I told Justin, I want to do this and I want to give you a kiss. And they were, okay, that's fine. So some of them told me no.
Real, okay.
So, but...
you can try, you know? That's it.
Yeah, exactly. But any other kiss before Christian, it was natural.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Kiss with Reaper was natural. The kiss with Darius was natural. It was something that just happens. I mean, but besides those two dimensions.
Is it easier now that you've become a full-fledged studio? You've been doing this since 2014. So that's what, 7 years, 6 years?
7 years.
Okay, it's going to be 7 years now.
Actually, I started filming
7, yeah.
2013. I started filming, but actually the website went live in May 2014. So
now,
that's what I consider the actual.
Yeah.
Right.
Is it easier now? Do models contact you, or do men contact you now?
Yeah, now people contact me too.
Really?
Yeah. Actually, some models are referred for another models, and I have developed some kind of like a business relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
That's probably easier for you at this.
Yeah,
point,
because
right?
they recommend me other guys, and some people. I have some fans, some gay fans. They contact me. Hey, Big, I know this guy. He's straight. He needs money. Maybe I wanna give you his number. I wanna make him contact you, so you should be with him. Okay, send me over. That was Skip. A friend of mine.
Crazy.
Thank you. You know who you are. He actually dropped him here.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't know. Thank you. Yeah.
What's next? What do you want to do next with the studio? With Beefcake Hunter.
Where's next? Next, I want to bring new scenarios. I mean, the concept the same, but I want to bring new scenarios. I want to travel more around the country, hunting. I don't know. I just wanna give more to my viewers. I think I know that some people say don't change what you're doing, but it's always good things to improvise and get better. Always there's room for improvement.
Crazy. Right? Did you think when you started this that this is where you would be?
I mean, I had no choice.
Yeah.
I had to make it or make it. Because I told you,
the bank is gone.
The bank is gone. They won't take me after this. I don't think so. What you did the last 10 years, the last 7 years? Oops, I was doing porn. But they better get me back because I was a good worker.
Yeah. When other than beefcakehunter.com, how do people find you? Your social media and...
Yes, they find me through the two channels. I have I developed a great partnership with Pornhub Network. Actually, they were the ones who actually, put me in the map. Besides Thomas. And so I work with them. I provide them content. They send me traffic. That's in social media. We have a social media, so Twitter. We have Facebook. We have Instagram. The only thing about social media is sometimes people get too. I don't know. I'm gonna say. I like them to know what's going on, but sometimes people nowadays they want to find out way more about the models.
Oh God!
So that has become a problem because there have been a couple of models that they wanted to do more videos, but people on social media found them and they started stalking them, so they got afraid, so they don't want to do it again. So it's good and it's bad at the same time.
Yeah, that's never nice. Like
That's never-
finding people's real names,
Exactly.
and where they live and where they work is not cool, and that
It's
happened.
not cool.
Yeah.
And I really ask everybody, and just enjoy it. The performance of the guys, enjoy their work, but try to respect their privacy. Nobody deserves their privacy to be, interrupted. Nobody, not myself, anybody, even especially the models that are straight, they're doing this, they're being open-minded, they're giving a shot, they're trying this, they want to be open-minded, but then we make them think otherwise.
My God, I have taken up a good amount of your time.
I'm fine, having a great time.
Good,
So
I'm
we
glad.
can go all.
Do you have any other questions that you would like? No? I have to say, honestly, one thing that I would like to see is more of you.
More of me?
Yeah, absolutely. You have very beautiful eyes, and
Thank you.
The camera does not notice that. You know that, right? It doesn't see
Yeah,
you. They don't see it.
No.
But yeah,
Thank you.
You're already there. You're already doing it. By that, I just mean like, don't.
Yeah,
You're good.
yeah. I mean, I'm being honest. I just want them to the scene being focused on them,
Yeah.
the guys.
Okay.
And I just want to do my thing. Sometimes I want to show more of myself. I will get to that, but I don't want to make it about
Yeah,
me.
I understand, but just saying, like, I would have never noticed unless I was like
Oh,
right
yeah.
in front of you. You know?
Okay. In the lights.
Yeah, the lights are shining into his eyes. I'm like, look at them beautiful green eyes, like hazel.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely beautiful.
Thank you so much.
But I have to thank you for allowing us to come in
My
here.
pleasure. Thank you for
Yeah.
inviting me to your show.
No problem. So what's your Twitter handle? Like, right, when people, because Beefcake Hunter is on Twitter. Is it just twitter.com/Beefcake Hunter?
Yeah, Beefcake Hunter.
Okay,
yes, that's the
Beefcake
name.
Hunter.
And then, yeah.
Are you on Facebook? Are you on
Facebook, also Beefcake Hunter.
Okay.
And Instagram, I think it's different. I think it's Hunters of Beefcakes.
On Instagram?
In
Okay.
Instagram,
Yeah,
yeah, something like that.
Vic from Beefcake Hunter, you are the primary Beefcake Hunter for beefcakehunter.com. Sitting down with Demystifying Gay Porn. It's a podcast that's available on every single podcast directory.
I know.
Anywhere you go, click the subscribe button, click the like button, click the notification.
You're awesome.
Everything.
You're awesome interviewer.
Thank you. I absolutely appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And yeah, you've been listening to Vic from Beefcake Hunter. My name is Ike Grande. This is Demystifying Gay Porn, and if you watch gay porn, I've definitely helped you get off. And so has Vic.
Yeah, of course. Always good off.
Cheers. Salud, man. Thank you.
Salud.